thank you for coming. This week, 9 individuals, including well-known musical artists, kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint numerous victims at a music studio in Dallas, Texas. 8 of the 9 were arrested yesterday in Dallas, Memphis, and Nashville. These individuals who are charged and arrested include Lontrell Williams Jr., also known as Pooh Shiesty, Lontrell Williams Sr., Rodney Wright Jr., also known as Big 30, and were inside the recording studio. Williams Jr. and 8 co-conspirators, several of whom traveled from Memphis, Tennessee, executed a coordinated armed takeover. As alleged, Williams Jr. produced an AK-style pistol and forced one of the victims to sign a release from the recording contract at gunpoint.
Gucci Mane refused to let Pooh Shiesty from out of his deal. What I was told was, Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane, they met up at the studio because Gucci Mane was under, the assumption that Pooh Shiesty was trying to work it out. When he got to the studio, it's on camera, by the way. This is on camera, okay? Big 30, he upped the gun and held Gucci Mane at gunpoint. Pooh Shiesty held Gucci Mane at gunpoint. The Rolling 60s held Gucci Mane at gunpoint, and they robbed Gucci Mane as well. Now, I was told the Rolling 60s have recordings of this, right? They recorded this. Leave it to an LA nigga for a crime to be happening, and an LA nigga is the one with the phone I recorded. But apparently, there's a recording of this. It exists. The recording studio, it had cameras as well. And this is all caught on camera, right? Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 is on camera robbing Gucci Mane. Now, Seti Nash spoke more on this, and I do want to react to what Seti Nash had to say, right? Because, I just heard the firsthand information. I believe Seti Nash was, again, I don't want to snitch on Seti Nash. He's a Rolling 60 crib. I don't want to throw my brother in under the bus. But Seti Nash, for good reasons, know exactly what took place firsthand. Allegedly, I don't know. All right, but here's what Seti Nash had to say.
Gucci goes in the studio. This is all on camera. I thought I got rid of this shit. I apparently didn't. So there's that. I tried. I fucking tried, bro. I tried. Did my damnedest. All you bloggers, y'all bloggers. Y'all not, I'm really in these streets, bro. The video is going to reveal this nigga Big 30. Mind you, the feds already have all this shit. They had it for over a month now.
Okay, let's talk. So apparently Pooh Shiesty and his father got picked up. And now they say it's footage of this. So a couple months ago, I feel like they were going to there was rumors that Pooh Shiesty and his people robbed Gucci Mane. Right now, people say it's footage. I ain't see the footage. And the father was there, and the father is supposed to be, the man in Memphis, Pooh Shiesty father. And apparently, Pooh Shiesty wanted to get out his contract with Gucci Mane. All this is alleged. Gucci Mane was like, nah, no. And they were supposed to meet up and hash it out. So the rumor was he was going with Yo Gotti. So Gucci Mane and Gotti, they do got a beef. Because when Gucci Mane kind of went crazy, remember he was fighting dudes at the mall and all that stuff. He started taking the aim at Yo Gotti. People forget that. Because Yo Gotti used to deal with Keisha Kior, and he started dealing with her. So naturally there's a rivalry there. I mean, Yo Gotti won the Breakfast Club and had nothing but great things to say about her. So right there is something there. So when Pooh Shiesty was first coming out, and they wanted to sign him, he didn't want to sign it off. Rest in peace to him. He didn't want to sign with Yo Gotti. He said he wanted to stay up out of that beef, so he signed to Gucci Mane. Now, contracts are contracts. Check out the music entertainment playlist. Gucci Mane took a chance on you, saying like he treated you well, and now that Dolph is gone, you feel like it's okay because there's no real, thing there no more to go with Gotti, because people with Gotti get money. Say what you want to say. they seem like they eat pretty good over there. And there's been talks about a lot of the practices that Gucci Mane used with his artists. You know, he's got a great ear as an A&R, but as far as launching them and giving them the things they need to succeed, that just it ain't with him. It ain't happening. You know, to get this label, tear it down, build another label, tear it down. You know, and it just happened a couple times. So they were supposed to be meeting up and having a nice little, kumbaya meeting. He like, this your contract. Now apparently, allegedly, Gucci Mane was robbed. And people said, well, did Gucci snitch? If you listen carefully, Gucci Mane was the only person that was robbed allegedly at gunpoint at the studio. There was other people there. And there could have been his A&R, it could have been employees of the record studio. It could have been, a regular Joe Smalls with contracts or just regular bystanders. It's not snitching. If I get caught up in your bullshit and I'm a regular working 9-to-5 law-abiding citizen and I get caught up in the bullshit and you robbing him and then I'm a casualty of war, it's my right as a citizen to tell the feds what happened. It's my right. So that's not snitching as far as the other people that was there. Now, if they claim the fame is I'm a gangster and I hold Glocks and they talking to the feds, then you can have that snitch conversation. Then you can have that, hey, you ain't living what you rap. And at least people say, at least Pooh Shiesty living what he rap. Now in the video, the daddy was there, but they said the daddy wasn't holding. So the daddy was just sitting there looking like, hey man, I ain't got nothing to do with this. Because Gucci Mane looking at the dad like they probably had an understanding. They probably closer to age than Pooh Shiesty. Let me say this. In the streets, this is when the streets meets the business world. See, they wouldn't have did this to no Brad. Let me say this right now. They wouldn't have did this to no Brad. I'm saying that right now. But since Gucci from the street and they from the street, they handle this. You can't bring street to business. When you cross over to that white collar world, you gotta leave that nigga color shit alone. You know what I mean? And also, you from Gucci, man, I can't let you just walk away. I held you down in prison and all that type. I can't just let you walk away. That's bad business. Now, maybe he gave him a price point. Maybe he didn't give him a price point to get out of his contract. I don't know. I legitimately don't know. But what I will say is, can't bring that nigga shit into the business world. Because guess what? You met him at a studio. They got cameras. They see you. I see you. They see you. And now you put your daddy in. It. You just got out of jail. Was it that important to get out that contract? To send your ass right back to jail? And this is why some people don't believe some of these ignorant ass ninjas deserve a second chance. And I like his music, by the way, but he ignorant. Not ignorant, he ignorant. You know what I'm saying? What you trying to get back to your boyfriend in jail? Like, this don't make no sense, bro. It makes zero sense, but like I said, like these young dudes, you know how women be like, I just want to be out with a guy and turn my brain off. They turn their brain off. It makes no sense. Why are you turning your brain off in situations like this? So when Gucci Mane took all that free Pooh Shiesty shit down, that was confirming that shit did happen. Now is Yo Gotti tied up into this? And Gucci could be like, oh, you snitch. It don't matter. It happened. They got it on video. Other people that witnesses or people that was in it, they was there. They gonna corroborate. And you just think about the feds. The feds, they invest so much time and resources into very small things, bruh. You know, they worried about what black people doing in the sports betting world. Not one Italian mob face or Brad face been leaked about that sports betting. They made Chauncey Billups the face of that shit, right? You know, and shit like this, they gonna target you because you black, bruh. You think that, you know, they gonna target you? Think they didn't know you was gonna do something stupid? The judicial system ain't fair at all. The odds are stacked against you when you a brother. So why go out there and do something stupid like that, bro? You know what I'm saying? That's my quote. Why risk it? But you know, this is the same dude. Didn't he go to like a shoe deal in Miami, and something happened? Like you just like, man, this is what I be saying, dog. These dudes not smart. They mortgage their futures for nothing, bro. And I get them music contracts is crazy, bro. You may never get out of a music contract. So I understand the frustration from that standpoint of view, but man, you gotta be smarter than that. You gotta be, and he clearly ain't. Clearly ain't. And you gave him another reason to throw your ass back in jail. I just think a lot of them dudes want to go in jail and live their truth. See, I've been saying that all the time. A lot of these Pooh-keishas, bro. A lot of these Pooh-keishas, bro. They love Pookies because they love men too. They like homosexual guys. There was a video of a girl on social media, and she was pissing, she was crying and throwing a fit, and found out that her husband or her boyfriend or guy found out he slept with men, and she was crying and breaking down. Do y'all think that's a coincidence? Y'all think that's no, man. They have this innate attraction to switch hitters. They love gay dudes, man. They love bisexual men. I know y'all not surprised by that. They love bisexual men. That's why they be loving Pookie so much, cause Pookie love pussy and they love it too. Like, come on, some of these females be hitting these ninjas from the back. And it's I didn't know he was bisexual. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. So they love it. A lot of them, there's a little dude that went to Chicago, right? Lil J went right back to jail when he got out. They said allegedly so he can go be with his boyfriend. Why y'all think they like running up and doing dumb stuff? They can be they self out there. And there they can be they self. You get out of jail, he was in there, what, a year, some change, 2 years, and you go back within, what, 6 months? What else can it be, bro? He was in there, love the way you toss it up. They love going to jail. That's the dangerous thing when you start talking about when women got a jailbird, Pookie, Glocktavius addiction. Man, they be having all types of STDs. They be having all types of STDs, bro. The boys sleeping with boys. Then these Keishas be sleeping with female. Bet Keisha and Keisha, Stud Keisha, Fem Isha. Come on, man. This is why a lot of dudes stay out of, you know, dealing with black women, man. Dealing with poverty pussy is crazy, bro. But hey, check out the music entertainment playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Hit the link in the description. Find me everywhere. Peace.